that. We believe that that idea of authorship about real humans, in a world, we're talking so much about algorithms and technology, but it's that distinctive expertise, those real humans that we have in our organizations who deliver expertise, attaching that expertise to real people, giving them credit as all the way through the funnel, from a sort of media spokesperson job through to the authorship on your website, through to the authorship of content we might be creating on YouTube, in social. And now we know, this is thanks to some research by Hard Numbers, that as it stands at the moment, looking at where the generative AI is sourcing its answers from, where it looks for the authority that backs up the answers that it's giving, then it is editorial. It is that the best reputations are earned, that of all of the signals that both not just Google, but in mentions and links, but generative AI is looking to who should I put into the responses and results that I'm giving. It is that bit about editorial, high quality editorial authority, being in the media, being in good media with your brand, with your stories, is the biggest, 61% of that, the biggest contributor to the source of reputation for the results that are given. So yep, search everywhere might be a thing if we sort of broaden that, definition beyond what Google search has mostly trained us to think about. They look very different from each other, like we've talked about, but they have one thing in common: this idea of a trust source as being the brand, rather than trying to, rather than trying to over-analyze the platform themselves. Think like a brand. Think about audience first, with a market orientation. Direct your effort towards, or yes, of course, with some knowledge and skills about the platforms, but not to the extent where that becomes the only job that we're doing, is how to actually deliver to the platform rather than to the audience as a brand. So those of us that are involved in digital PR SEO would recognize Rand Fishkin from Spark Toro, who's really upfront in both creating research and helping us all to understand some of the changes that are going on, and then communicating that as well. And he's not necessarily a digital PR person, but one of the things that he's really come out strongly on is the rise of the large language models, AI models, is this bit on earn your reputation. PR is how you will get into those AI models, rather than thinking about perhaps some of the other tactics. And he personally sort of saying, I think mentions might be more important than links, in the way that we used to think about those things. So earn your reputation, be delivering value as a brand, at the top of the funnel, in the middle of the funnel, thinking about your audience first and stuff as well, and particularly editorial value in that sort of PR channel. User experience, the experience that people have on your website. There are good clicks and bad clicks. The way in which people spend time on your website, Google is capturing those as signals that you are a good place to be sending people to in search results. So user experience, and the way that most of us might have thought about that is a brand experience, as opposed to a sort of narrow SEO discipline about what we need to be containing on our web pages, is more important in that findability and fame and findability joined up piece. Links, the kind of discipline that a lot of us have grown up with, on really focused on findability, that is still important in the way that which brands are found in AI, and because they're signals that somebody values you and has given you authority or shared their authority with you. But the quality, the diversity, the freshness of those links, as we know from the Google Leaks bit, is now more important. And those are broader considerations that brand teams might think about. Am I in a place? Am I getting a link from somewhere where I believe my audience cares, is spending time, values, rather than something that is, like I said, a narrower view on those things. And mentions, so as opposed to rather than just those links and the anchor text and a lot of the, again, sort of very focused job that some SEO-led tactics have focused on, we now know that Google does value brand mentions, and the appearance of those without the link is there as well. So, in fact, could be, as we're trying to understand it, as useful as links. These are things that we certainly work to build in terms of brand prominence and visibility and the mentions of a brand in our fame tactics, and that is contributing in a fame and findability joined up piece.